The first thing they do when they make a decision that you're in and you're out of the loop of this issue is whether you'll go along with the secret agenda. If you're going to go along with the secret agenda, they'll tell you. And they'll give you a little bit, and then a little bit, and then a little bit, and bring you up through the system. If they think that you're the kind of stand-up person who would be appalled when they find out what the criminality of this group is, and how illegal it is, and what damage they're doing to the earth and to the humanity by keeping it secret, and that you might blow the whistle on it, like Jack Kennedy was planning to do in his second term. That's why they took him out. And that's why they took out Marilyn Monroe. I have a document to prove it. And a top secret document from the NSA vault. It's in my first book. Go read it. Nobody reads anymore. But anyway, what was interesting is that he looked at me, he says, "That is it then?" I said, "Yes." They do a soul biopsy, like doctors do biopsies. They do a soul biopsy and a psychological analysis to see if you would be willing to go along with that agenda. If you are willing to go along with it, they'll give you little bits until you rise up through the system. If you divert from the system, they take you out. You're going to be dead. So they've learned not to be too reckless with who they tell because they don't want to have to kill too many people and leave bodies scattered that looks conspicuous, like they did in the 50s and 60s with John Foster Dulles and President Kennedy and Marilyn Monroe and other famous people. So I said, that's why it's managed this way. Now, you may have had a predecessor who was MOD head who came up through that system who knew all about these projects. So it doesn't have anything to do with your rank. It has to do with your values. It has to do with your willingness to go along with an agenda that is the most criminal, evil, dangerous agenda that any potentates have ever had in the history of the world that we know of. And that's what we're dealing with this super secret Magi group. And they are not going to be reckless in who they read into and pull into those projects.